What's going on, Beefcakes? You've asked for it a lot in requests, DMs, everything like that, so it's finally here. Today I'm going to be walking you through what my program looks like. Now this is what it'll look like for the next 4-ish months leading up to my meet in April. So this is pretty exclusive to my needs, but I'd be happy to walk you through it and give you any training advice along the way. So without further ado, let's get into it. So right off the bat, you might be thinking, oh, this kid is insane. I mean, he's doing squats and deadlifts on the same day. And normally I would agree with you. That would be too much. There's definitely no way you'd be able to recover from that. So that's why I do it a little bit differently. So let me walk you through the first part. All right, so for the first part here, I like to break up my workouts into halves if possible. So for the first half, we're gonna have a heavy squat or deadlift. And then for the second half, we're gonna have a light squat or deadlift. Now I put emphasis on light because if I did a heavy squat, say I'm doing something around 80+%, right? Which I have it all programmed out, trust me, it works. We're gonna have a heavy squat, then that means a light deadlift. We're gonna be working on power, explosiveness, technique, everything. What we're not gonna do is do a heavy squat into a heavy deadlift. That would be stupid. That would be really stupid. Don't do it. So, conversely, if we did a heavy deadlift on this first Monday, we do a light squat. And when I say light, I mean light. I underlined it. It means I'm serious. So by light, I'm gonna go in 3-week blocks where I go from 50% to 55% to 60% and then back down. It's light. It's pretty dang light. So you might be asking as a follow-up, how do I manage to do both heavy squats and deadlifts? Well, I do them on alternating weeks. Sounds crazy, I know. It's a little experimental, I'm trying it out. Because if you've been watching me for a while, you know a big complaint of mine is that my hips are butt cheeks. They're really bad, they're crunchy, and they're old. So, what I've done in the past, I've had heavy deadlifts and squats, not in the same day, but in the same week. I couldn't do it. My body could not keep up. So what I'm doing instead is doing them on alternating weeks and see if that solves the issue. Now I'm not getting zero stimulus because obviously if I squat heavy, I'm deadlifting light. If I deadlift heavy, I'll be squatting light. So it works out. That's what I'm gonna be experimenting with. So we're gonna see how that works out for me in the next coming couple weeks. So yeah, let's move on to the second part. All right, so for the latter half of this workout, we'll be finishing off with abs and or cardio. It really depends on how much time I have at the end of my workout because I am still a student. School comes first, unfortunately.
Fuck books.
Oh, no.
Books are for pussies.
No.
Go hit the gym.
No.
So, what I like to do for abs, I really like to do weighted ab crunches. If you've never seen those, look them up. They're incredible. I've never felt something hit my abs so directly. And you can do planks, you can do crunches, but if we're really trying to build some blocky abs, if you really want that deep line in the center of your core, then you'll want to do some weighted ab exercises. Now I threw cardio in here as well. Cardio is incredibly important. I do it on all of my rest days, but if I somehow blow through all of these, I'll throw in a little extra. It doesn't hurt. It can literally only do you good. All right, moving on to Tuesday. We'll start off with heavy bench and some barbell rows. Now, I start off with heavy bench because obviously it's the movement I'm gonna be prioritizing. It's one of the 3 big movements that I do at any sort of meet, right? So I'm starting with my programmed bench, and then after that, I'll go into some sets of barbell rows. Now for barbell rows, I like to keep those to the 6, 8, 10 range, and then up the weight, and then go 6, 8, 10 again. Mostly because they're more of a compound than something like a lat pull down will be, right? So I want to keep the intensity relatively high. I found that higher intensity with barbell rows is what really gets my back to grow. Doing 1,000,000 reps with a barbell doesn't quite do it for me. Like, it will work, right? If you prefer to do that instead, but just me personally, I love the feeling of being a little sore. I feel like it helps, after I bench, really round out my back. It makes me feel very strong and stable. So that's what I like to do right after some heavy bench. For the second part of our workout on Tuesday, we'll start off with some weighted dips. Now, you don't have to do these weighted. You don't have to do these at all. But I really like these for a secondary chest exercise because this again puts me in a really good position to get a lot stronger with my shoulders, triceps, and chest. This is something I've been doing for a while, and I really do attribute a lot of my bench progress to weighted dips. I could not recommend them highly enough. One major point though is to do them safely. You don't want to be going all the way down, and you don't want to be, quarter repping it, right? Find your limits and exploit or milk that movement for as much as you can, right? And then to finish off, we have some lat pull downs. By the time you get to lat pull downs, you'll be pretty tired. You'll be very fatigued from 2 nice compounds. Weighted dips will take a bit out of you, and lat pull downs is really just to finish off the back training for the day. Barbell rows will really hit your traps and your upper back really heavy, and these will be more for targeting your lower lats. It's more of a vertical pull rather than a horizontal row, right? So that's just how I schedule my Tuesdays, and there's not much else to say. Let's keep it rolling. So the thing about Wednesdays is this is actually pretty interchangeable with Tuesday if you really wanted it to. Just for me, my schedule requires that my Wednesdays be pretty free and pretty open because that's my busy day. So what I end up doing every Wednesday is either a little bit of accessories. This could be anything I think I need to work on. This could be rear delts. I just go in, get a quick face pull pump. This could mean I go in and do just a little bit of arms. If my triceps are feeling really sore from benching the previous day, I'll go in and do just a little bit of tricep pushdowns to get the soreness out of my arms, get some nutrient-rich blood back in my limbs, right? And then for B, I do a little bit of cardio. This could be anything to biking. This could be walking. You could even run if you really wanted to do that. I don't know why you would, but this could be anything you want. Just keep it short and sweet. I like to keep it to maximum 30 minutes just because in and out, as long as you get your heart working and your blood pumping, that's what really matters. All right, moving on to Thursday. We'll start off with some RDLs. Now, I love RDLs for a posterior chain builder. This will be great for your glutes, your hamstrings, even overall, it's a great strength builder. This will be our main compound because it'll take a lot more out of you than a hack squat will. RDLs, again, I like to keep to the 4 by 6, 8, 10 range. Again, that's the way I personally like to progress things. And then after that, we'll move into hack squats. You guys know how much I love hack squats. There's nothing better, personally for me, than getting just a fat quad pump. And I just get so much out of hack squats. I just love them dearly. I can't speak highly enough. My knees have always felt more healthy after I've done them. My quads feel great. I mean, I could go on for days. Moving on to the second part, we're going to start off with some hamstring curls. Now, this will follow the pattern of hamstring quad, hamstring quad. We'll get to that in a moment. So, hamstring curls, starting that off, again, less taxing than something like an RDL or a hack squat, because why would we keep doing heavy movements throughout the whole workout? You're going to be dead and you're not going to be able to recover from that. We don't want that. We want recovery. That's what we're emphasizing here. So, we're going to do a hamstring curl, and then for B, I said a quad movement of choice. Now, this could be a leg extension. This could be some leg press with higher reps. This could be really anything you wanted it to be. Just try to keep away from some compound movements. I want these to be a little more high rep stuff, a little more bodybuilding type of stuff. I want these two to be a little bit more of like a bodybuilding style type of lift, higher reps, really feeling a stretch and contraction. And then if you've got time at the end of your workout, again, everything's time. We're students, I'm a student, if you've got time, do some calves. Why not? I always happen to run out of time so mysteriously without fail. But calves make your legs look sick when you're wearing shorts. If you don't hit calves, it doesn't matter how much you squat. You're gonna wear shorts in the summer and it's gonna look like you skipped leg day. And that's just frankly embarrassing. So that's not gonna be me. It could be for you guys, but miss me with that, right? All right, so now we've come to the end of the week and it's time to get freaky, respectfully. Anyways, we're gonna start Friday off with incline bench. Now, I love incline bench. There's nothing better than the look of a very full chest. You wanna look sick on the beach, you gotta do some incline bench. Now, this can be done with either dumbbells or barbells. I prefer a barbell. I just feel a little more stable. I think I can throw a little more weight around. And the thing about this is my tip for incline bench will be really controlling the eccentric or the downward part of the motion, and then trying really hard to be explosive on the way up. If you haven't tried that, I literally felt that doing a demonstration with no weight. If you haven't tried that style of lifting in incline, trust me, do it. Now, for the second part, I chose chin-ups. I love chin-ups personally. I feel just a fantastic stretch in my lower lats. I feel like I get my biceps involved. It feels like a weighted pullover, but obviously I don't have a pullover machine. I'm at a college, right? So this is a great substitute for me personally. I like to start off with a heavy vertical pull, hence chin-ups, could be pull-ups, could be neutral grip, doesn't matter, right? Pull yourself up. However you want to orient your hands, doesn't matter. Why did I choose chin-ups? Well, we started off the pull session on Tuesday with a heavy row. So we might as well incorporate a heavy vertical pull in our week. What a concept. For the second part of our workout, we're going to start off with a press of choice. Now this depends on what kind of equipment you have at your school or gym or whatever. If you have a machine press, go ahead, do that. If you have a dip machine, dope, whatever. This could even be a tricep pushdown. You could combine Friday and Saturday if you find out or kind of plan ahead, I'm not going to have time on Saturday to hit some arms. You could combine those 2 days together and crush your arms for the second half of the workout. This is an upper body day, but it's a secondary movement day nonetheless, right? So for me personally, my press of choice would probably be something with dumbbells. Again, higher rep stuff. We're going for more hypertrophy base, or we're going for more bodybuilding style stuff, right? We're getting a pump and we're getting out of there. We're feeling great, go crush the day, right? So I might do something like a flat dumbbell bench just to get my body going. You could even do some shoulder pressing if you really wanted to, but they make my shoulders feel crunchy because I'm old and broken. So I don't do those. And for B, this will be a row of choice. So this could be, again, a chest supported dumbbell row. This could be a cable row. This could be anything you want. Again, it depends on what you like and what equipment you have. Whatever you have, just make it work, right? Why did we choose a row? Well, it's because on our previous pull day, we'd had a vertical pull of choice, right? Something a little lighter. So it's just rounding out our training a little bit, okay? Now let's get to the good stuff. All right, now we got to the good stuff. So I strategically put arms on Saturday for a reason. It's almost like a treat, a little reward for being so consistent throughout the week, because that's what we're really looking for here with this program, consistency. I don't want, me personally, for my program moving forward, I don't want to be taking a day off because I'm too sore or too beat up or whatever from the workout before that I can't do my next one, right? That's so many pounds that I'm leaving on the table because I just can't do it. So I'm trying to program a little more intelligently. So that means on Saturday, we have arms. So me personally, this is how I would schedule out my arm day. Of course, I have an arm day workout on my channel. Feel free to check that out, but that involves a chin-up, and we've got that the day before. You could start off with chin-ups. I'm not your dad. Do what you want. So the way I would program my arm day is first starting off with some overhead cable extension. Now, the key with these, warm up. Warm up your elbows. Trust me. Do a bunch of light rope push downs. Do some push-ups. I don't care. Do what you want. Just make sure your elbows are ready and fired and good to go for these overhead cable extensions, because there is nothing better for this long head part of your tricep that will improve your bench. And also when you flex your arm, that's the part that makes your arm look big. Mine doesn't because I'm trying, okay? But that's the underhang that your arms get because of the fuller look. You'll look ready for the beach, right? So after overhead cable extensions, we're gonna move right into curls. Who doesn't love a good curl, right? We've been doing them since middle school. We might as well keep doing them. Nothing wrong with them. Keep her going, right? So for this second part here, this is a little more up to you. Again, this is what I would do personally. A little bit of rope push downs. This will hit the outside part of our tricep here, kind of complete that horseshoe look. Forgive my noodle arms. But you could do any other sort of tricep movement for either of these. If you want to start off with something like skull crushers, feel free. I don't care, right? I'm not a cop. So for the second part, you can either do incline or hammer curls or both. Again, I don't care. Me personally, I know that incline curls, where your arms are behind your body, that helps with the peak and the tallness of your biceps. So when you flex, they actually look nice and large. But if you want like a fuller, wider look, that's where the hammer curls would come in. Again, this just depends on what you're going for, right? Maybe week 1, you do some incline curls, week 2, you do some hammer curls, and then week 3, you go back to incline. That's just one way you could do it. Just keep the exercises going. Or maybe you do 4-week cycles of 4 weeks of incline, 4 weeks of hammer curls. Choice is yours. That's probably how I would do it. I would do them in blocks, so I know that I'm progressing and I know that I'm getting stronger on a movement, right? Because if you're going week to week, some things could change. Either you had less or more food the day before. Maybe your body's just not really used to the movement after taking a week off of it, right? There's just so many variables. You might as well just do them in a block format, right? And again, as I've stated before, this Saturday could be combined with the upper body on Friday. Again, we're looking for consistency. If you know you can't go Saturday, mix a little bit of this in on upper body. Why not? Get your work in. That's what's important. We want consistency over time, and we want to be able to progress these movements. If you're not doing them, you're not progressing, obviously, right? That sounds obvious. You'd be surprised how long that took me to figure out. That's like training principle number 1. But I digress. Unironically, probably the most important day of the week, Sunday. Now you might ask, why do I think the singular programmed rest day is the most important day of the week? Well, let me tell you. First of all, this will keep you sane. This will keep you from going insane, right? You have 5 to 6 full days of work. You've worked your butt off. You've been sweating during the week. You've been cranking out all your work. You've been going to your job. You've been going to school. You've been taking tests. Dude, Sunday, chill out. Just relax. Calm down. Not everything is rise and grind, right? Take a day for yourself. The point of Sunday is to get your groceries done, right? Go to church. Get your homework done. Study a little extra. Go see your grandma. I don't know. Just chill out, all right? What this rest will do, also in training purposes, will allow us to be fresh and ready for squats and deadlifts the next day. Why would you want to be fatigued going into probably the most challenging day of your week? It just doesn't make sense. You might as well just chill out, dude. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. Again, thank you for watching. Thanks for bearing with me while I go through my entire program. You would not believe how long this took to film, but I digress. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I mean, this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm really excited to see where this program takes me, and I'm really excited to see where this channel takes me. I couldn't do it without people like you, so thank you very much. Nonetheless, I've got some more great stuff coming for you, a little more training footage. I've got a what I eat in a day video on the way, so stay tuned for that. So like, comment, subscribe to stay in the loop, and I will see you in the next one. Danny out.